different breeds. So this little one here, this is Harper, this is our standard poodle. And little bumbly wiggly butt here, that little chocolate and white, that is a mini Labradoodle, and that is Julian. And then we have the two solid brown ones, so those are Woodles, and that is a Wheaten Terrier and a Poodle. This is the male, okay, he's got a little bit more of the mask on him right now. This is a little female, her mask is starting to dissipate. Anyway, the Woodles are Duncan is the male and Sadie is the female. So, come here. Lots of puppies to talk about, huh? Lots of puppies to talk about. How are you? Who wants to go first? Anybody in particular? Come here. Let me sit down. Hi, you want to go first. All right, so she wants to go first. This is Harper. Harper is our standard poodle. We haven't had standards in here in a while. It's actually been quite a while since we've had a standard. I like standards. I like poodles to start with. I really like standards. Standards are, they're almost human-like. They truly are. They are very, they like just sit and watch. Like they're very observant. They just kind of like, they know what's going on with life. They're really, really wiggly little puppies, aren't you? Anyway, so standard poodle, she's going to be about 50 to 60 pounds when she's mature. She is, of course, very low shed. Poodles really don't drop any hair. And this is a hair coat on her, okay? So, with that, it is pretty tight. Hey, it is pretty tight as far as the curl and stuff that goes with it. So she doesn't want to share. How about we point you over here towards the little boy? There we go. Her coat is going to need to be combed out on a regular basis, all right, especially because it's a poodle. She is going to need to be groomed as well. Now, as far as intelligence, as far as good as with sort of stuff, poodles, super, super smart. They're really good, very intuitive, like I said when I first started talking about her. They are really, really, oh my goodness, there's a lot of puppies down here. They're amazing dogs, they really are. I've had them before, and all right, you guys, listen, I'm gonna talk about you in a second. She doesn't want to share, she wants to go play. So, your poodles are, like I said, I've had them actually myself, and I have a little one right now, but he's just a toy size one. So, with your poodles, again, super smart dogs, fit very well into almost any kind of family. They're very adaptable. She is going to be bigger, so like, you know, she's got a longer leg to her, okay? And she's feisty as all get out. But she's got a longer leg to her, so she is going to stand pretty tall. Her coat really, poodles don't typically change color, so we shouldn't really see too much color change on her.
Hey, Mark, beside you there, you got a little something.
Gotcha.
Puppies don't always like to cooperate with us.
We got that little something. That's part of puppyhood. So anyway, so this is our little poodle. I am going to hand her off because we got a lot of guys in here. It's kind of hard to talk about all these guys. So I'm going to hand her over to Mia, who happens to be a poodle fanatic, just like me. But, so we'll talk about these two. There we go. So these are our Woodles. Okay, Woodle is a Wheaten Terrier and Poodle. This is your male, and this is your female. Okay, this is, the male is Duncan. Yep, and the female, I don't remember her name unfortunately. That is Sadie. Okay, so we put little name tags on them, just makes it life a whole lot easier because we can't always remember all these guys. Anyway, so Wheaten Terrier Poodle, 25, 35 pounds when they mature. Anybody that's ever watched our lives, you guys know that I'm a Wheaten lover myself. Wheaten, soft-coated Wheaten Terriers, the Woodles, whatever, it doesn't matter. And now look how great they're just sitting here. You know, before they wanted to eat the poodle. But anyway, I'm a big fan of Wheatons. They've got a wonderful personality to them. They're a lot of fun. And again, these are Woodles, so it's a Wheaten Terrier and Poodle mix. But with these guys, this is a hair coat. Both parent breeds are hair. So you really, you're not going to find a lot of stray hairs. You're not going to be vacuuming up much. You are going to get with the Woodle, you get a little bit softer personality from the Terrier side of the Wheaten Terriers, but because your Wheaten Terriers, I call those Wheatens, I call them Sweetie Wheaties anyway, just because they've got such a sweet disposition to them. You are a little bumble. With these guys, they've got a nice activity level. It's a medium-sized dog. They can get outside. They're gonna love to be outside, by the way. I know it's winter time, but these guys really enjoy being outside. They were originally bred as outside farm dogs. You know, they were originally bred as farm dogs in Ireland. But what are you doing? He's kind of distracting me is what he's doing. Huh? You're distracting me. I know. But with your Woodle, now he will most likely lose some of this mask, okay? Because your Wheaten Terriers typically do. They generally will lose their color. When they're born, they're very dark brown, and they turn to a golden color, thus the Wheaten. But when working with these guys, they are going to be just a little bit headstrong because of the Wheaten Terrier, the Terrier side of them. They're going to be a little headstrong, and they're going to be you're going to need to work with them a little bit. Now, they're, like I said, they're better as far as because it's a mix, so they're not going to be quite as bad. And Wheatens are actually not that bad in the first place. So they're really not that bad. I actually really like Wheatens, as I said. But with those guys, are you going to get him? Huh? With these guys, you are going to get a very nice, well-rounded dog. If you've got family, if you've got children, things like that. These guys will blend in really well as far as, you know, being able to fit families and things like that. So we took our little Labradoodle out for a second. We're going to bring him back because we are going to talk about him in just a minute, but he's being a little rambunctious. So these two little sweeties, again, this is our male Woodle, this is our female Woodle. They do not have pictures up on the website just yet. They do have a generic post, but their pictures will get put up tomorrow after we take them. They just got here today. So these little guys, we have a pretty good following for Wheaten Terriers because we've been here for a long time, and I've done Wheatens ever since I've been here. So the Wheaten, the Woodles, we have a lot of followers out there that have these guys and realize just how fantastic they actually are. So definitely come in. You know, if you're looking for a nice little puppy, the male, of course, he will be heavier, he'll be bigger. She's a little bit like finer body. She's not quite as heavy as he is, but you know, she got her little belly on her, just a puppy belly like she should be. But anyway, so that's our Woodles. So we're gonna bring back our little rambunctious Labradoodle. Come here, you little monster. And we're gonna talk about him. So now the Wheatens are probably gonna get in my face, but that's okay. So this is our mini Labradoodle, okay? And this is Julian. Now Julian is chocolate and white in color and party color, basically. So something a little bit different when you're talking doodles. When you're talking doodles, hi baby. He actually is a mini, but he didn't miss too many meals when he was a little boy, I can tell you that. He's a stout little guy. So he's heavy. The weights we have listed, I think he's gonna actually come in heavier than his parent weights. His parent weights are actually pretty light, but I believe he's gonna come in quite a bit heavier than they are. He's gonna be probably in that 25-pound range when he matures. Now, he's a Labradoodle, so he's got Labrador Retriever in him. His mom was a Labradoodle, his dad was a pure poodle, so he's actually what we call a second gen, or F2, kind of however you want to look at it. But he's second generation, so he will be better as far as shedding goes. He's got more of a hair coat to him, and you can tell by the massive amount of fluff here. And he's a lot of fluff. But, so chances are he's gonna be favoring the poodle genetics a little bit more favorably, which is a good thing, because you're probably gonna get very, very little shedding with this little guy. You might get some, but it's not gonna be a whole lot. But like I said, he's a stout, a heavy little guy, and as you can tell, quite social, very happy, looking for his little family. Get up here so they can see you. Looking for his forever family. And definitely, as far as grooming goes, you have to groom these two too, which I didn't mention, by the way. The Woodles both need to be groomed. But with him, I would recommend grooming him as well. Take it down shorter and a shorter coat and stuff like that, and that will suit him just fine. So we're going to step over to playpen number 2. While we're doing that, the girls are going to get out playpen number 3, and we're going to be ready to roll here in just a minute.
All right, and then while we're making our way over here to the next playpen, again, the first one that Mark talked about, the more apricot-looking color one and white, are standard poodles, so a full-size poodle. And then the 2 browner ones are Woodles, which is a Wheaten Terrier mixed with a poodle. And then the one that just wanted all the kisses and all the love, that is our mini Labradoodle, which is a poodle and a lab, but definitely more favoring the poodle side. Now, before Mark talks about these guys, a little bit more about us. This is Friday Night Live at Your New Puppy. One of the common questions that we do get is price. Because we're dual streaming on Instagram and YouTube, it's against terms of service for us to throw that out, but here's what you guys can do. If you direct message our page after the live, we can get you guys that info. Or if you check out our website, you guys can find a lot of useful information about future litters that we have coming, as well as all the pups that we have available. Our YNP admin on YouTube did put that link there. It's just yournewpuppyllc.com. If you guys go on there, or you can call us tomorrow during normal business hours, which are 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I've talked enough. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Mark so he can talk about the puppies, which is what you guys want to hear about.
All right, thank you, sir. So we've got 3 little ones in here. So River is our Corgi. This is River. Okay, that's a Pembroke Welsh Corgi. And then this little one, this is our little Havanese. She's chocolate and white, and this is Blythe. And then Willa, come here. This is Willa. Willa is a Shorkie. So a Shih Tzu and Yorkie next. So get down here and chit chat a little bit. Hi, baby. How are you? Huh? So, 3 kind of different pups in here, from a lot of different perspectives. So, let's talk about you first. This is our Havanese. All right, so this is Blythe. She is a pure Havanese. She is chocolate and white in color. As Michael said, and I usually reference this in the first pen, I did not, but this is Friday Night Live at Your New Puppy, and we do this every Friday. We talk about our guys and give you some information, try to educate you on some of the traits and characteristics, and just let you see personalities, you know, with these guys out running. Every dog is a little bit different personality-wise, but kind of let you see them yourself. We are located in Cincinnati, and if you are local, of course, you are welcome to, this is where I'm sitting right here. This is one of our play areas, so you're welcome to get in here with us, and we'll get the puppies out, and you can sit right down with them and interact with them and let them crawl all over you, things like that. You know, if you are not local, do keep in mind that we do offer ground delivery, where we can actually send these guys cross country. We do use vans to do that, no airlines. We do it by vans and 2 drivers, and tend to the puppies and things like that. So there's more on the website about that. Of course, if you have questions about that, we're happy to address those. So just get a hold of us. And like Michael said, if you have questions about these guys, whatever they might be, just give us a call, and we're always happy to talk about our puppies. So our little Havanese here, we'll talk about her. So this is Blight, and she is a chocolate and white, and she has like 6 little white strips right on her tail, right at the very tip of her tail. So you got 6 little white strips. So you can really see that against the chocolate too. Anyway, very pretty mark. She's got some tan accents on her as well. Your Havanese, of course, Havanese come from Cuba. We no longer import them from Cuba. Cuba closed their border to us quite a while ago. I don't think that they've reopened it, not that I'm aware of, but as far as exporting Havanese out, so the Havanese that we have in state is what we get to work with, but that's okay because we have plenty of them. Havanese is an amazing dog. Very adaptable, goes with a lot of different environments, a lot of different types of households. These guys are really, like I said, adaptable. I don't know how else to say it. They really do well. If you are in an apartment, they will do good. If you are in a house, you have a big backyard, they will do good. They fit a lot of environments. Your typical Havanese, 12 to 14 pounds mature weight. Hey, don't chew on that. That's my shoe. Here, chew on the hamburger. 12 to 14 pounds is your mature weight. She's not listening. Trying to redirect, but she's not redirecting. So here, we'll move her. There, that'll distract her. All right, so anyway, you little stinker. Anyway, with your Havanese, and you are getting a hair dog for starters. They are going to need to be groomed. They are going to need to be combed. We use a hard comb on any hair dog, and your hard comb is probably behind me somewhere. It is. This is a hard comb, just bristles that don't move. These work really good to comb through this kind of hair. This hair is very soft, and it's very important that you keep this detangled. So you do want to comb through that quite a bit, and keep her mat free. Your groomer will love you, and your dog will be much happier because she will be tangled. You have a fascination with my shoes, huh? She's like, yeah, you're sitting down here on the floor. It's free game. Anyway, Havanese great dogs. Very pretty little girl here. So if you're interested in her, definitely swing by. So we will talk about this little one that keeps tormenting my shoelaces. So this is our Pembroke Welsh Corgi, okay? She is blue merle in color. So very pretty, not your typical Corgi color. You do see them. Blue merles are not that hard to find, but they're also, your standard colors on a Corgi is tri-black, and it's also the red, the red or red sable. This little one, her name is River. She's a registered Corgi, and I believe she's AKC, I think. I'm trying to remember, but anyway, she's registered. Little Miss River here, she is going to be normal weight for a Corgi, which is typically in that 25-pound range. 25 to 30 pounds. Corgis are, as you can tell, stout little bodies, active little bodies as well, but very heavy little body, short little legs, okay? Don't let that fool you. These guys can run, and they can run a lot. They have very high endurance. Keep in mind, a Corgi was bred to herd, so they're very used to being out with livestock and stuff like that, and working with them. Now, they transition that back to you and back to the home as well. So if you've got kids and stuff, these guys are really, really good with children. They've got a heavy enough body that they can handle young kids, older kids. It doesn't really matter. We've got no restrictions whatsoever as far as who she can be around. Very smart. Corgis are highly intelligent dogs. You can train them to a lot of different ways as far as whistles, things like that. hand signals, they can learn all of that kind of stuff. Very, very intelligent little dog. Again, her color is blue merle, and not something you see on a standard basis with a corgi, but we've got one, and she's here waiting for you, if that's what you're up to, as far as little corgis go. So let's get the last one over here, and this is our Shorkie, okay? Now, her name is Willa. So Shorkie is a Shih Tzu and Yorkie mix, and you can see the Yorkie because we've got the very traditional kind of markings. You've got the tan accents, tan around the face. She got the little short nose going. That's coming from the Shih Tzu. So, but a very pretty little girl. So, Shorkie is what we call it, and like I said, her name is Willa. Now, she will be quite a bit smaller, especially than the Corgi. We're in around the 12-pound range with a Shorkie. Her parents, one parent is a Shih Tzu, which was actually daddy, and then mom was a Yorkie. So she should be around the 10 to 12-pound range. Definitely check out these eyebrows. Definitely got some nice little accents there. Even though she's black, she's a very pretty black, and her black is very dark. Like it's very shiny black dark, which is nice. Nice indicator for her. She's a nice healthy little puppy. Now, your Shorkie, this is a hair dog as well. Both your parent breeds, the Shih Tzu Yorkie. They are both hair dogs. You get very little hair. I didn't mention on the Corgi too, by the way. She is going to be a shedding dog. The Corgi is a double-coated dog, so she will get a heavier coat, and she is shedding as well. So if by chance you have dog-specific allergies or something, just keep that in mind because the little Corgi is not going to work for you. But we've got two other options here that would definitely be better if you had dog-specific allergies. So with your Shorkie, again, sitting here being just as sweet as can be. Your Shih Tzu and your Yorkie are both known to be a little on the stubborn side, okay? They can be a little obstinate. You do want to be direct with your training. You do want to be assertive with your training. Don't be wishy-washy. Because of the Yorkie that's in her, Yorkies are very intelligent dogs. They do have the ability to kind of outsmart their owners sometimes. So be careful of that. And like I said, with your training, be very repetitive with them. Be very scheduled with them as far as what you want them to do and when, things like that. Puppy classes might be a great choice for you. You know, if you're looking at, this little one, she'll fit very nicely into an apartment. So maybe you're, getting out on your own and you want to get your first dog, things like that, and something like this is striking your eye. Go get some puppy classes. They are very good. They help to teach the dog certain things. The main thing puppy classes do is they actually help teach you how to communicate to this dog so that she understands, so that she, gets what you're trying to tell her, so she, understands, like, this is our schedule, this is what we're doing, things like that. You can train these guys, don't get me wrong, by any stretch. They're, like I said, they're very intelligent, so they are trainable. You just have to work with them a little bit because of their obstinance and stuff like that. So, delightful little pup. All these guys, again, the pictures we'll post to these guys tomorrow. They do have posts up right now, but they're kind of generic as far as we don't have pictures. These guys just got here today, so I'm kind of letting them rest and stuff. Pictures and videos we will do tomorrow and things like that. So, but they are available, so if you don't have to have a picture up. But if you're interested, definitely swing on by. We're open 7 days a week. Tomorrow is actually 11 to 8, and Sunday is is a shorter day for us. We're only open 12 to 5. But the rest of the time is during the week is 12 to 8. So that's just very quick. Again, all that information is on the website too. So if you want to find out, or just give us a call. So anyway, we're done with these three. We have one more little pen to talk about. So we're going to step over there and chit chat about them.
All right, again, that was our little Shorkie was the dark one that he talked about last, Shih Tzu and Yorkie. And then the multicolor one was our Pembroke Welsh Corgi, blue Merrill in color. And then the chocolate and white one are Havanese. Mark will talk about these guys in just a second here that are bouncing around. Again, a little bit more about us. If you guys do want to find out more information on YouTube, our YNP admin with the Bulldoggy picture did post the link to the website. For those of you on Instagram, website is going to be yournewpuppyllc.com. If you guys go on there, there's a lot of useful information, including our number. If you guys do call us during normal business hours, like Mark was alluding to just a little bit, we can answer your guys' questions and whatnot, so that way you can do an educated decision on taking a little furry or a little less furry friend home here. But Mark will go ahead and talk about these guys now.
All right. So we have the red and white one. These are Cavapoos. These are actually full sisters. Penny is the red and white one. This is Penny. Hi, baby. This is Auburn. Auburn is mostly red, and she does have just a little bit of white on her. So just a little bit of white, but mostly red. And then, hi, honey. Are you all spunky and spry? Now this little cutie patootie. This is Zara. Zara is a mini schnauzer. Okay, very pretty color. Again, blue merle is not something we frequently see in their schnauzers. And she's tiny too. She's very small for a schnauzer. Her parents are very small, and so she's going to stay that way. So we will get down here and chit chat about these guys. All right, come here. You come on over here too. Come on. All right, you got your taco. So who wants to go first? Huh? Come here. We'll do our Cavapoos first. So that's my sweater, thank you. And you got them little hooky teeth. So we'll do our Cavapoos first. This is Auburn, okay. And hi, honey, this is Penny. So full sisters. They are going to be in the around the 12 to 14 pound range when they mature. This is Auburn. So Auburn is a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier. Penny, who is not missing any energy at all. She's just a little bit finer build to her body, a little bit smaller, but still going to be a nice little pup. These guys have a nice longer leg to them, so even at 12 pounds, they're going to be able to navigate up steps very easily once they learn. And as far as running around in the yard and playing, they're definitely, am I not giving you enough attention? They're definitely going to be able to go outside and play. They're going to like that as well. So I don't know about the beginning of the week when we drop down to 5 degrees here in Ohio. We've got an Arctic front coming in, but maybe outside of that, maybe you want to get them a sweater if you're going to do that. But anyway. So your Cavapoo, Cavapoo's super sweet, as you can see. Delightful little personalities. Come here, babe. Delightful little personalities. They are, right now they're being pretty rowdy actually. And you can get them kind of on the playful side. Little Penny here is being definitely rowdier than Auburn is, but that's okay. Cavaliers, of course, very sweet dogs, very sweet dispositions to them. They do more of an empty nester kind of dog. Typically when we do the mixes, the Cavalier mixes, a lot of times you get this, where they've got a little bit more get up and go to their step. So it's kind of nice, if you want something to play and stuff, you can, and trust me, nothing wrong with Cavaliers, because I love Cavaliers too. But the Cavalier personality, which is a little lower key, may not fit your family dynamic. And, so if you're like, gosh, I really like that personality, but I want something with a little bit more bounce, a little bit more, get up and go to their step. Some of the mixes, like the Cavapoos, the Cavachons, things like that, that might do you just better. And, the nice thing when we do these guys, too, and these are actually second-gen Cavapoos, like their mama is a Cavapoo, and bred back to a poodle, so mathematically, they're 75% poodle and 25% Cavalier. But who's winning the tug here, me or you? Huh? I don't know. Anyway, like I said, mathematically, you know, but genetically, you can't always tell that. Genetics and mathematics don't always work out the same. But anyway, with these little guys, you are going to get a mild shed. Okay, they'll probably still drop some hairs, but it's going to be very mild. You're really not going to have tons of hair. You know, whereas like your Cavalier, the pure Cavalier, is a full shedding breed. Of course, it's a Spaniel, so it is a full shedding breed. And you know, you will get you know, hairs with them. They do have a longer coat and stuff. With your Cavapoos, you are going to want to get these guys groomed. Comb through these guys with a hard comb. We always tell that. Even though they've got some Cavalier in them, they still have a lot of Poodle, which is a hair dog, and their coat, which is, you can see, is pretty wavy and stuff. Their coat's going to be pretty prone to matting, twisting, knotting, things like that. So definitely comb these guys out a couple, 3 times a week, and also go to the groomers. That'll keep their hair shorter. And you'll be able to keep these guys nice and crisp and clean. Now, with these guys too, you are going to have just a wonderful personality kind of dog. These guys, like I said, they fit a lot of environments, so these guys are going to do really good. So if you're interested in a Cavapoo, we have 2 of them, full sisters right here. So this is Auburn again. Auburn is the red one that just has a little bit of white on her, okay? And then this one is Penny, and she's the one bouncing around raising the holy cane here. But this is little Miss Penny. So they are here and available. So now we're gonna grab this little peanut. This is Zara, and Zara is our mini Schnauzer, and she is miniature for certain. Her parents are very small for Schnauzers. They are only like 10 and 12 pounds. She right now herself is just a little bit over 2, and she is 9, almost 10 weeks old. So she is just over 2 pounds herself, pulling that beautiful little Schnauzer cut. Some people like it, some don't. She has had her ears done. Of course, her tail is done as well. We do that. You know, these are things, this is kind of a Schnauzer thing. Some people, you know, don't. Some people like natural tails, some people like natural ears, some like them cropped down. Kind of personal preference. Me, I can actually go either way, but the more we get the Schnauzers with cropped ears in, the more I'm kind of favoring the cropped ears. I really like them. I like the way they look. I think they have just a beautiful look to their face and stuff. Their ears stand like straight up. So, but anyway, so this is a mini Schnauzer, and she is blue merle in color. Okay, we have some beautiful white all down her front, so she's just sharp. And she's got the white. We call the white flash or flashing. So she's got a lot of flashing to this color. You can, a lot of times the blue merle will come through like it is all through here for the most part, like blue merle all through her body. She has a little white there, but you know, with the white, it gives her that extra snap to it. Now your mini Schnauzers, of course, your Schnauzer comes in 2 sizes, miniature and giant. That is really the only 2 sizes. There's not an in-between one, although Schnauzers, the mini Schnauzer, I've seen weight ranges on them quite a bit. She's one of the smaller ones. Like I said, she's only going to come in about 10-12 pounds when she matures. I've seen Schnauzers up to about 25 pounds, which are still considered minis. It's not breed standard. Breed standard is smaller than that. But still, not every dog is, perfect, if you will. You know, some of your show people get a little bent out of shape if the dog isn't perfect, but you know, they're still Schnauzers. They're still great dogs. So, you know, imperfect is okay sometimes. You know, and the sizing has nothing to do with that. You know, like I said, maybe you want a dog that's a little bit bigger. You know, not everybody. This little one here, not everybody's going to want a 10-pound Schnauzer. And if that was the case, we do have a second one here too, by the way, which is normal size, like 14 to 16. She's actually listed on their website. But anyway, so little Miss Zara, like I said, aside from the color, aside from the fact she's just phenomenal to look at, she is going to carry your typical Schnauzer personality. You saw her in here, she was playing and running. Her size does not matter to her. Hi, sweetheart, how are you? Her size doesn't matter to her. Schnauzers, great dogs. They can be a little stubborn to work with to a degree. They're not bad to train. They're very intelligent. But you are going to watch, like, and these guys are going to like being outside. Schnauzers were bred to be outside. That's they're used to it. Like I said, so even these little guys are still going to really enjoy being outside. Schnauzers are so if you have an apartment. You would want to have outdoor access, but I think they would do better in a house where you've got a backyard or front yard where they can go out and play and things like that. They really are going to enjoy the outdoors. They will, in time, be able to, I don't know so much about her because she's so small, but normal size Schnauzers, because they do have a little bit longer leg, do enjoy walks and going to parks and different things like that. So you can definitely get these guys out into the public. Now, when you're taking these guys out in the public too, we do want to throw a little caution out there. These guys are babies. Okay, these guys are all just like 9-10 weeks old. Their shots are not done. Okay, so with puppy shots are done. We start at 4 weeks because we do an extra parvo. Most places, most vets and things typically start at 6 weeks. Either way, kind of depending on whatever you want to do, but depending on the breeder. But either way, so we start shots at 4 weeks. They're done up through about 16 weeks of age. And until that puppy has had all of that whole series, that's their whole series. So you do shots like every 3 weeks. So you do a couple puppy shots. You're going to do 3 different adult booster shots on her. You're going to do some kennel cough and bordetella. Some people do corona, some do Lyme, some do some other stuff. Kind of depends on your vet's protocol. Bottom line to all of that is until these puppies have had all of their vaccines, their immune system is not fully developed. So with that being said, the last thing you do is take one of these little guys and go toting them around Home Depot or Lowe's. Nobody's really going to doggy parks right now because it's too freaking cold. But daycare centers, things like that, you do want to have their shots and stuff done and completed before you take them out into the public. If your family has dogs, if you have another dog, if your neighbor has dogs, whatever, it's okay to take these guys around dogs that you know, because you know they're fully vaccinated and they're not likely to transfer anything to the puppy. If you don't want to take a newborn puppy to places that they don't know, where the dogs are, you don't know what's going on. So be careful with shots. Be careful with getting them out in areas where there could be possibly something they could pick up. So just a little bit about the shots and vaccines. Just be careful. You're better off to keep these guys in a little bit of a bubble. Bubble is what I tried to say. When they're young like this, like I said, once they've gotten their rabies shot and once their shots are complete and they're 16 weeks old, then you're good to go. You can take them kind of wherever. So that is a little bit about our Cavapoos, and then that was a little bit about our Schnauzer. So I'm going to grab you because you're the rowdy one, because I like you. We'll let these other little guys go up, and we're going to head out.
All right, and while Mark's coming up here to talk about what we got coming in next week and go ahead and close this out, a little bit more about us. If you guys want to find out more information, check out the website. Website's going to be yournewpuppyllc.com. If you guys go on there, we do have pictures and additional information on all the guys that we didn't showcase tonight, as well as a generic post of what we do have. Also with that too, we do appreciate, as always, we're not closing out just yet. Mark's got a couple more things, but we do appreciate comments, likes, follows, subscribes, all that good stuff. Greatly helps us out while we're trying to educate you guys to make an informed decision on a 10-plus year commitment here. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it back over to Mark so he can close us out.
Yep, thank you, sir. So, Michael's referenced the website. You know, if you have questions, definitely go to the site. There's tons of information on our site. You can always give us a call, direct message us, whatever. We're happy to talk about our guys. So, a little bit teaser as far as what's coming in next week. We actually have quite a bit coming in next week. A lot of variety of stuff. So, a toy Yorkie, and she's small, so she's going to be a little guy. She's going to be about 5 pounds when she matures. So a little toy Yorkie, standard traditional color, black and tan. We have a Pomeranian, and the Pomeranian is definitely smaller in size herself. She is a blue Merlin white, and she's just lots of hair, lots of spunk, lots of feisty to her, which is your typical Pom. We do have a little teddy bear that's a little female. We have some Catans, the Catan de Tuliers. A couple of little girls there. I know some of you are looking for stuff that is good for allergy people. That is one of them. We also have a Maltese coming in next week. That's another really, really good one if you have dog-specific allergies. Beagle, not so good for dog allergies, but lots of fun to have. We have a beautiful little chocolate and tan Beagle. That's actually a 15-inch Beagle, so he's a little bit bigger. A Yorkie Poo, creamish tan in color, not your traditional black and tan, a little bit lighter in color. So he will be here. Cockapoo, that's a male. Mini Golden Doodle, that's a female. Those are both red. We have a Moyen Golden Doodle, so a bigger size, mid-size. That's a female, that is red. We have a Moyen Bernedoodle, so mid-size and female, and blue merle there. And bringing up last but not least is our Bernese Mountain Dog. Not mini, not anything, normal size Bernese Mountain Dog. Little big boy there, and he's going to be here running your standard tri-black color pattern. So, I hope to see you guys next week, and catch us, and we are excited when you do that. So I am Mark, and on behalf of all of us here at Your New Puppy, we want to